Game 3, here's Shaq with Steve Jones from 1995.
1, 2, 3, Magic!
Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, only know I'm gonna try.
All right, Shaq, you told me that, your team's not in a hurry to win it all, but you're on a fast track. I mean, suddenly things have changed. You're in the championship.
I think we're on a good track. I also think that the organization has made big steps to, try to make this a championship caliber team. First year I was drafted. The second year we got lucky. We got Penny Hardaway. The third year we got Horace Grant. And, we have a lot of young, talented, poised players on this team. And like I said, we played hard, defied all the odds, and now we're here.
In Shaq's third year, and only the sixth year of the franchise, the Orlando Magic have pulled off a small miracle in getting to the NBA Finals. And with so much talent, they seemed headed for lasting greatness. Do you see this team as a dynasty if you can hold it together?
I think if we stay focused and don't get complacent on where we are and what we achieved years before, yeah, dynasty.
And the cornerstones of this budding dynasty, Penny Hardaway and Shaquille O'Neal, are calling to mind a dynamic duel of NBA lure. What about comparisons? You're being compared to a great combination of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Penny Hardaway, Shaquille O'Neal.
2 steals in a row by Magic. Magic front court. Magic down the middle. Give the ball to Kareem. Hardaway and O'Neal.
Magic was the world's greatest point guard, and Kareem was the world's greatest center. So anytime I'm compared to greatness, thanks. Appreciate it.
Guys changing the game. Akeem Olajuwon, and now the future Shaquille O'Neal. Akeem trying to hold him off.
When you think of dominating, do you think of Akeem Olajuwon?
Yes, I do. Akeem is a great player. To me, he's the best center in the NBA right now. Can go outside, can go inside. Power game, shoot the jumper. He's all around big man.
To the 1994 NBA World Champion.
The Houston Rockets and Akeem Olajuwon tasted sweet victory in last year's finals and now face the upstart Magic, who are not just gaining experience, they're hungry, and they believe there's no reason they shouldn't win.
The theme, why not us, why not now, came from Rich DeVos, team owner. Everyone talks about experience. Those guys don't have experience. They're too young, they can't do this, they can't do that. So he came in, why not us, why not now? Instead of waiting to gain experience or waiting to, do certain things, let's try to do it right now. Every time we get in a tough situation, we look up. Why not us? Why not now?
It wasn't quite the Magic's time that year as they were swept in the finals by Houston, and they would be swept again in 1996, this time in the conference finals by Michael Jordan and the Bulls. That summer, Shaquille O'Neal was a free agent, and he decided to move on, taking his act to Hollywood as he signed with the Lakers. Next week, we'll take a look at Shaq's years in L.A. Thanks for joining us on Overtime. For NBA TV, I'm Mark Morgan, and we leave you now with one more look at Shaq in Orlando.
I think I'm a new breed of 7-footer. If I was a fan, I would come watch me play because I can do a lot of things. I can run, I can dive on the floor, have a beautiful smile, see. Now I'm a professional rapper.
I watched me bust this like Dave Justice took Holly Berry from me. Yes, he did, dummy. I got like Reggie, pull my drawers, former Reggie. Full man, Derek like Coleman, Larry like Johnson, Charles like Bronson. Don't rip, bring more heat than Steve Smith. I bring the thunder than Dan Marley, cause I'm not sorry. Bring that beat back. I'm sorry like Brown. I don't bring the national. That's it. Keep going, Shaq. Keep going.
it for landing. Nash out to Nowitzki. He's open. He got it!
Go to the net. NBA.com.
Here's Ginobili. The reverse stuff. Oh, Kobe stole it away. Put it away.
Jefferson, great first step. Incredible.
That was remarkable.
He is smoking.
In Fuego. Buckfish, showtime. Chris Paul, what an electrifying talent. Oh, my!
As he arrived in L.A., Shaquille O'Neal was following a long line of great Lakers centers, including George Mikan, Wilt Chamberlain, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he would prove he belonged in their elite company. Shaq was already a force when he joined the Lakers, but he kept getting better every year, a frightening situation for the rest of the league. He talked about his game in this feature from the 1998 season.
A 7-1 center, number 34, Shaquille O'Neal.
I try to get better in every aspect of my game. I just want to try to stay in the game and just play well. And every year, just take my game to a new level.
Well, this guy is making giant strides.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have about 150 moves.
Shaq spins. Oh, the extra move. He dunked it. Goodness. And he knocked David down.
My favorite move is my spin move, which is called the Black Tornado.
O'Neal into the lane. Slammer. Oh, baby. Save the women and children on that one.
Because when I spin through the lane, whoever's in the way get tossed up.
Get out of the way.
With Shaq, you notice him because he dunks so hard and he go down and he's staring and glaring.
Oh, don't do it to him like that, Shaq. Stop it. Stop it.
It's incredible that you got a man that big that he make you look like you're a little boy.
When you combine the size and strength and power that he has with a knowledge of how to play the game, it makes him an almost unstoppable force.
And Shaquille has not only become a perennial all-star, he was named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history.
Look out, George. Here he comes. 360 turn slam dunk. For someone of his size and power to possess this sort of finesse, it's almost not fair.
Each night, Shaq delivers a powerful performance, one that is earning impressive reviews.
9.6. 9.6 on that 360.
When I go up for a power dunk, it gets the crowd into the game.
Lob under to Shaq. Oh! Shaq rides it home with a right hand slam dunk.
Shaq's flamboyant play has brought new excitement to Los Angeles and awakened echoes of the past.
In the 80s, the crowd seemed to reverberate in here even when the game wasn't going on. It's back, and Shaq has brought it back.
Look at him. He's putting on a show.
But even after the game ends, the Shaquille O'Neal show continues.
They love him. He's a comedian.
Coach, remember this? The women on the ball.
A backstage pass to the locker room finds him showcasing his latest comedy routines.
Show them all the moves you possess inside. Y'all don't know nobody like me. Off the court, silly, extroverted. But on the court, dominant, elbow throwing, dunking, everything. Oh yeah, big shot. O'Neal? That would be me. That's how I do it in real life.
And while intense on the court, he's also the gentlest of giants.
Once you're around him, his personality is really contagious. I think the thing that's most touching for me when I see him is his interaction with kids. I mean, there's a genuine love for kids with him.
It's all because I'm a kid myself. My body is 27, but I'm only 11 years old. Therefore, I act the same way they act.
As a big kid at heart, Shaquille has always brought youthful exuberance to everything he does.
I love this game of basketball. It's my job, and I was taught that when you're doing your job, try to have fun. I wish I'd having fun doing my job.
Darren Williams blows right by Austin and throws it down over Vanier. Austin, 12 to shoot. Austin's three. Got it! It's a 2-point game. Duncan, a three-pointer, puts it up, it's good! Tim Duncan from three-point land ties the game! Home run for Paul, is he gonna get the shot? Yeah!
Shaquille O'Neal's early years with the Lakers ended in playoff disappointment, but 2000 brought new hope thanks to a new coach, Phil Jackson. And under Phil's guidance, Shaq was named the league MVP for the first time in his career. He also led L.A. to 67 wins and a trip to the NBA Finals against the Pacers. During that series in 2000, Ahmad Rashad took a closer look at the game and personality of the Lakers superstar.
Davis drives down the middle. Shaq gets the second block of the game. Shaq gets the ball on the fast break. He's going to give the ball under the Harper scores. He's by far the best player in the league this year.
Your imagination enhanced you to not become just a big man with just post-up moves and do just the regular stuff. In your imagination, you could play how many positions, you think?
I can play all positions, and I think that reason is because I've grown up in the hip-hop era. And when you listen to music, you start bobbing. And when you bob, you get rhythm. And when I'm on the basketball court, I like to give him my rhythm, give him give him my rhythm. So I think that's why I'm sort of a special, unorthodox type big man.
I'm outstanding. Show them all the moves you possess inside.
There's no question that Shaquille O'Neal is part of the new generation, having grown up in the age of hip-hop, the internet, and video games.
O'Neal? That would be me. That's how I do it in real life.
At the same time, he's a product of old-school values. Throughout his life, Shaq has been surrounded by strong authority figures who kept him on the straight and narrow. It began with his father, Philip Harrison, who was an Army sergeant, and continued with his college coach. How big of an influence was Dale Brown?
He was a real big influence. He was the first college coach that I talked to. I was in Germany, and my father came home from work. He said, "It's a college coach that's going to be there." Because at that time, I wasn't really good, and probably if I would have gave it up, I probably wouldn't even went to college. So he said, "I want you to come here and talk."
I finished my lecture, I got a tap on the shoulder, I turned around, here's this giant of a man standing there.
I pulled him to the side, I was like, "Yo, I'm 6'11", I can't dunk, can you send me like a weightlifting program?"
And I said, sure. Went back to my bag to write his name down to send him our weight training program at LSU, and I said, "How long you been in service, soldier?" Big old smile comes across his face, and he says,
"I'm not in the Army, I'm only 13. 13, where's your father? I said, "There you go, right over there."
And the rest is history. He was a great player at LSU for us for 3 years, and a great person.
Shaq leads the break. Oh, fill it up, Shaq!
While Shaq has always been a great player, he's raised his game to a new level this season, being named the league MVP. And it's no coincidence that he's flourished under another firm leader. How big of an influence has Phil Jackson had on you? A lot of talk about the two Phils in your life.
He's kept me out of trouble. See, what people don't understand is when you're messing with disciplinarians, being a former juvenile delinquent, if you don't want to hear them yell at you, just do what he said. I don't like to get yelled at anymore, so, Phil put it all down, what he wants me to do, and I just try to go out and do it. I've been doing it, and I've had an impressive year.
I can't imagine you being much of a juvenile delinquent knowing your father, who would not stand for much of that.
I was. There was one smack that just, changed everything around.
For all of his individual success, Shaq knows the importance of winning a title. He's always understood that his enormous size creates giant expectations.
It's been happening ever since elementary school, when I was about this high, and I used to, dominate the other kids. The parents used to go, "He's not 7. I want to see his birth certificate right now. He's not 7 years old."
Yes, he's Goliath. Yes, he's the strongest man in the league and maybe the strongest man ever to play in the NBA.
A lot of people have compared you to Wilt Chamberlain. And Wilt Chamberlain used to say that people don't cheer for Goliath.
People think because we're big that, we have it easy. I think they think it's given to us, so they just try to make us work extra hard for it.
And you don't mind taking it?
No, I don't mind. I'm used to it ever since 7. When that one parent said, "I want to see his, I want to see his birth certificate now."
With his rare combination of size, strength, and skill, Shaq has been unstoppable. And in the finals, he's playing like a man on a mission.
How good has Shaquille O'Neal been this year? This man is possessed. He's got one thing in his mind, winning a championship. I've never seen him better.
But win or lose, and through all the contradictions, Shaquille O'Neal will always know exactly who he is. Who is the real Shaq?
Me.
Off the court, silly, extroverted. But on the court, dominant, elbow throwing, dunking, everything.
Soft voice, funny, 28/11 years old, and just like to have a good time.
It's clear that Shaq was enjoying himself that June, especially on the court, where he dominated the finals. Against Indiana, he averaged 38 points and 17 rebounds as the Lakers won their first NBA title in 12 years. And Shaq became just the third player to be named MVP of the regular season, the All-Star game, and the finals in a single season. Finally, he was a champion. But he wasn't stopping there, as we'll see when Overtime returns. When he first came to Los Angeles, Shaquille O'Neal was still a work in progress and still trying to prove he was a winner. Well, he's proven it beyond a doubt, having turned the Lakers into a dynasty while becoming one of the greatest centers of all time. But while he's serious when it comes to winning, Shaq has always maintained his fun-loving personality. He displayed that side and also reflects on his Laker years in this feature from 2002.
Let me say you something, man. My name is Shaquille O'Neal. I used to be the beast of the East. Now I'm the great test of the West. We're in the locker room, and I'm going to look at my boys' Gators. Last time I touched them, they bit me. Let's see what they do this time. But the more you whine, the more bigger I get. And the more bigger I get strong. And the more stronger I get, nobody can stop me.
But while Shaq has had plenty of fun, he's also had his share of frustration during the years in L.A.
We go back a long way. We've been through the Kobe shooting air ball era.
For the tie, air ball again by Kobe Bryant. And the year.
So we've been through too much to let it just slip away right now. I'm glad Jerry West called Phil Jackson at his Montana log cabin house. We were a bunch of hungry troops that needed to be leaded, and I was given orders from Phil on how basketball should be played, and that's all I was focusing on.
Shaq spins. Oh, the extra move, and he dunked it!
I think we get motivated by criticism. We get motivated by other franchises thinking that they can play with us. And we had a dismal season. However, still got the second best record in the league. Didn't have home court advantage in the playoffs. A certain team said that we wouldn't win without home court advantage, and we had to step up in the playoffs. We're a close-knit group, and nothing can bring us apart. And it's just been fun. And a couple times we've had a chance to make history. I think the guys like that. I think when it's all said and done, they want to see their names in the NBA historical ledger. And when you talk about great teams, they want to be mentioned. You know, you talk about the Pistons, you talk about the Bulls, you talk about the old Lakers, you're talking about the Celtics, of course. I think if you talk about these Lakers that I'm playing with, they want to be mentioned also. And that's what I'm playing for now. And I'm playing for as many championships as I can get.
Shaq not only the MVP of the regular season, but also the playoffs. Look at the tears running down his cheeks. Back-to-back titles for the Los Angeles Lakers.
When my book is closed, I want to have a hell of a book. Greatest high school player in Texas history. Went to LSU, All-American, got his jersey retired. Started off in Orlando, was a great player. Made the top 50 team, the youngest ever to do that. Moved to LA. Got swept every time that was in the playoffs.
San Antonio Spurs have swept aside the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference semifinals, and they did it convincingly.
Met Phil Jackson, won a couple of championships.
A three-peat and a sweep for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers.
Shaq retires, becomes chief of police or sheriff somewhere. That's how I want my book to end.
Shaq may not be kidding about becoming a police chief or a sheriff. He has an interest in law enforcement and has even taken some police training classes in Los Angeles. He'd certainly command plenty of respect as an officer, but for now, Shaq is still laying down the law in the paint as the NBA's most dominant player. That's it for this edition of Overtime for NBA TV. I'm Bruce Beck.
We've been working hard all year to bring the championship to Los Angeles. Remember, we're all in this together. This is LA's moment to shine. Let's show the world how we do it right. Be safe.
jiggling, the shake. This is where it all comes from.
This week on NBA Jam, we spotlight Mark Jackson, who's putting on a show in Indiana.
Oh, what a pass by Jackson.
In NBA shorts, it's Cavs rookie Brevin Knight.
Brevin going all the way to the hoop.
And we'll give a wake-up call to Raptors guard Doug Christie as we find out how he spends game day.
I'll see you guys out there on the court.
In the spotlight, point guard Mark Jackson, who helped lead the Indiana Pacers to 58 wins, their best record since joining the NBA.
A true leader is an extension of the coach on the floor. When you're the point guard and the leader, you have to put the ball in the right hands, you have to call the right plays. And when you have the cast that I have of guys that can flat out play the game and finish, it makes my job so easy.
Here comes Jackson, straight up the middle, the lob to the rack, and Jalen lays it in.
Now it's 2-on-1, Jackson to Reggie Miller. How about that? On their feet, they love Mark Jackson.
I think some of the things that I do as far as creating, distributing the ball, making things happen, that's right up my alley.
Nice pass from Jackson. Did you see that?
If you need a guy to blow by people and get 20 points a night, then you can find about 10 or 12 other guys in this league. But if you need a guy to create and make things happen and lead a team, then I feel I can do that.
Now in his 11th season, Mark is one of the game's best point guards, and he ranks 5th among the NBA's all-time assist leaders. He's achieved stardom not only with talent, but also with hard work.
I'm a guy that is really dedicated to being in the best possible shape that I can be in.
While everybody else is at home, finished practice, relaxing in their bed, the turtle sneaks up on the rabbits, and that's me.
Coming from New York City, we believe in taking the ball and going into a gym and just playing the game of basketball, working on the floor, shooting, doing different things, to whereas when the curtains open up, when the ball goes up in the air and the arena is full, I'm ready. I'm in the best possible condition that I can be in.
Still time to get off a shot, 1.3. Jackson from half court, it'll count. Oh! Mark Jackson from half court.
Indiana pushes it back up court. Oh, what a pass by Jackson. All the Bucks come back with a chance to tie or get within two, and Jackson picked this pocket. Oh, to Reggie.
And we get a look at the Jackson jiggle.
One of the game's most exuberant players, Mark is never shy about displaying his emotions or his dance moves.
While I'm on the floor for those 48 minutes, I'm having a ball. I'm having a great time, and doing the Jackson jiggle and yelling and screaming and doing different things is just my way of showing my enthusiasm for the game, my love for the game, and how much I appreciate being in the position I'm in.
Open, open, open. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, good finish, Mark. Hey, T. Zip it down, zip it down.
With Jackson taking charge, the Pacers are once again one of the elite teams in the NBA. And now, Mark is looking to lead them on a long playoff run, all the way to the championship.
Oh, me, oh, my. Mark Jackson right down the throat.
This is the best group of people that I've ever been around as far as the team is concerned. The way that this team works, the camaraderie that this team has, it's no accident that when you step on the floor, you're all one.
Antonio boards to Jalen. Open floor with Jackson. He's in the lane. He leaves it for the trailer, and the big fella slams it.
The Pacers right now look great.
When I think about the opportunity to win a championship, this is the best place to be. This is perfect.
Next, we take our weekly trip around the league in total NBA. We begin by going into the paint with Knicks star Patrick Ewing. In Washington, D.C., Ewing checked out the artwork of some students. It was part of his visit to the National Museum of American Art, where one of Patrick's own paintings is now on display.
Patrick came and asked us some questions about our paintings. Then we went into a room and we asked him about his painting.
What inspires you to paint?
Sometimes I get up or I see something and I think, you know, that might look good in a painting.
I want to ask you, do you like art more than you like basketball?
Do I like art more than I like basketball? Let me see. I think I like both of them. You know, I like them both equally. I enjoy playing basketball, and I also enjoy art.
I felt nervous meeting a famous basketball player, and he was real tall, and I thought he was going to tip over and follow me.
All I'm trying to do is just try to encourage them and try to tell them, you know, to express themselves.
Our next stop is Seattle, where a playground was dedicated to the Sonics' Nate McMillan. The veteran guard was honored for all the work he's done to help the community.
What makes it very special is the fact that you can't win this. This is something that you can't go out on the floor and play one-on-one or five-on-five and win. It's something that you have to, in a sense, you earn it, and by their appreciation, they're dedicating this court to me.
He's a good player. He makes people around him better. He can hit threes, and he's a good all-around player.
Can't leave until he makes a jump shot. All right. Nate McMillan Court is now officially open.
Well, this is where it all starts. This is where I started playing ball at, is on a playground. What it symbolizes that someone appreciates and recognizes what you try and do, both on the floor and in the community, and what type of person you are.
Now the plays of the week as DeJuan Weed hits for the Timberwolves. But the guy who really steals the show, Stephon Marbury.
Marbury got a steal, put that and scored, and a foul.
Next, it's the Bucks' Ray Allen, who goes soaring over the Pistons.
Ray Allen crosses over down the lane with a drive-in dunk. Whoa!
Nasty.
Jason Kidd starts the break. Antonio McDyess finishes. If you like that one, check out Grant Hill.
Drive and a dunk, and a foul. He attacked the rack.
And the T-Wolves end the season in style with a dramatic buzzer beater from Tom Hammonds.
Rebound to the corner, shot by Hammonds, got it at the buzzer! Minnesota wins it at the horn.
That's it for Total NBA. But stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of NBA Jam. let's meet one of this season's most impressive rookies. Here's Cavaliers point guard Brevin Knight in NBA shorts.
Hello, my name is Brevin Knight, and I play point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Knight tempoing with numbers. Brevin going all the way to the hoop and got it to drop.
My idol when I was young was Magic Johnson, just because of the way he controlled the game.
The Magic right side to Worthy, slam dunk.
Being a point guard, that's your ultimate goal, to have control over the game, have things going the way you want them to go. And I think my game is more of a mix of John Stockton and Kevin Johnson. That's who I try to pattern myself after. I enjoy being out there running, getting up and down with my teammates. I love the competition. I love to push the ball in the break. Love to play in the open court. I'm just very energetic and love to have fun. Win games, and try to get better night in and night out.
Brevin Knight just stripped it clean. Cavs are going to run with numbers. Henderson will flush off the fly as Brevin Knight found him.
Being a young team, we ran out early because people didn't know what to expect. But now that teams watch us and scout, then they understand what it takes to beat us. So we just have to try to take our game to another level.
Brevin Knight will turn the corner. Brevin Knight to deliver the big-time jumper. He has tied his career high. They're on their feet at the gun.
First thing Coach told me when I came in was those guys that play with a poker face are the guys that are hardest to figure out. So I just try to keep that in mind. But I am an emotional guy, and I've tried to keep my emotions under control so that it doesn't affect myself or my teammates. Coach doesn't ask much of me. He just asked me to go out there and give it 110%, do the things that got me to this level. And it's been a lot of fun. I mean, we're learning something brand new together. It's a brand new team. And we look forward to bigger and better things after this year.
Next, we go on the scene with correspondent Summer Sanders. She talked to the Pistons' Jerome Williams, who's helping kids with his program called The Game of Life.
Nice outfit. I gotta tell you that. Way to look professional. What's going on, man? Hey, Paul, man, you playing ball? What's going on?
I came from a very big family, and my parents always stressed the importance of getting a good education and setting goals for yourself.
Hello.
And this program is really you and your brother. I mean, you didn't have, you know, the superstar status to get these sponsors to just come and help you out. You guys started from ground zero and did it yourselves.
That's right. All that happened was that, you know, we just wanted to go down and help out in the community. And that's what we're stressing to the kids today, that, you know, it's okay to have the extreme goals of maybe making it in professional sports, but also having something to fall back on. And the best thing to fall back on is your education.
That's how you educate yourself about credit, is knowing how to use it and knowing when to use it. Because once you establish it, you'll be able to do bigger and better things, like getting a car, buying a home. But it starts when you're at this age right now, establishing it and getting it to the point where it's at the point where you can go out and do those types of things.
What do you want them to take away from your program?
Just take away the importance of being a good person, always doing your best and achieving your goals. You know, you never know what you can do until you try. So, you know, letting them know that, you know, if you're not going to try, you're not going to succeed. So definitely go for it.
They could miss out a lot of fun on the way.
A lot of fun.
How fun has your career been so far?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. Having the opportunity to play in the NBA, playing alongside guys like Grant Hill. I mean, that's fun in itself.
The Palace crowd loving that hustle from the second-year guy from Georgetown.
Jerome Williams quickly becoming one of my favorite NBA players to watch.
It's important to know that the only way to get here is through hard work and dedication, because it went hand in hand with education. You couldn't do one without the other. And knowing that, you just have to go out there and always strive to be the best in both areas.
Great. I'm ready to do it.
Let's go.
Don't go away. We'll have more of NBA Jam right after this timeout.
Darren Williams blows right by Alston and throws it down over Bettier. Alston, 12 to shoot. Alston's three, got it!